coming up tonight. Gary does some work. Rick cleans up that work. We look at the remote control. Joe Hammond hugs an apprentice. And we reveal how you could win this lot.
We start eFIXX TV this week with something we don't see very often. That's Gary actually doing some work. And he's going to do a race. Now, Gary, decades of experience of installing LED downlights, and we thought we'd best pit him against a worthy competitor. And that's somebody who's never installed a downlight. So the question is, who can install a downlight the fastest? Will it be Gary or will it be Heather?
I've just did it. We're not using that footage.
We've got Gary up first. Decades of excuses.
Yes, and well, experience apparently. I mean, he's still calling it a CPC. Everyone knows it's getting quite slow on this one.
He is. He's shaking away there as well. Reminds me, I need to walk the dog when I get home.
Yeah, well, I don't have a dog, but I'll make sure I'll feed the cats. He's made quite a hash of that hole as well. Look at the state of that.
Oh, there we go. Let's try and keep his sausage fingers out of the way of the springs. There we go.
There we go. Make sure he remembers to put the magnetic strip on. That's the end of the clock. Brilliant. There we go. Well, that was...
Right, now here's Heather. Never done this before. First time with these automatic wire strippers from Quickwire as well.
Already looks a lot quicker. Straight in there with the Quickwire.
No shaking.
No hop up either.
No, I think, Gary's tried to create a handicap there, but he hasn't.
No, that's brilliant.
Seamless.
Straight on. Excellent.
Flawless victory.
Welcome to eFIXX TV, live here on Facebook and on YouTube. And I think the title there was really clever in the fact installing this downlight in seconds, seriously. And I think we proved it there that obviously, my nickname now on Instagram should be Half Alive Sparks, okay? Because of the opposite of that being obviously what you'd have called me. Because Heather clearly beat me there and it was a fantastic little race. And it just shows you how incredibly simple these are when you get two fantastic things come together, the Quickwire connector and the Kosnic. And how would you pronounce the name of this one?
I don't know, Gary, you're the expert on that
okay, yeah. So it's the, not Moana, which people do, it's Moana 2, downlight, okay, yeah. So we've had some issues and we'll come back to names and how those names occur with the brand here that are in with us today. But who is in the green room, Gordon?
Well, I'm pretty familiar with Moana's a volcano, but we'll possibly come back to that.
Oh, you knew that, did you?
Yes, we've got the team from Kosnic there in the green room, along with half a Joe Hammond.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
oh, there we go, we've got a full Joe Hammond.
Those people haven't got widescreen, they've still got half a Joe Hammond. Yeah, so we've got in there, we've got Ben and we've got Tao, so in there, and they're going to be joining us this evening. It's going to be a nice, super exciting one in a world of comfort for you, but there's some great innovations here, and we love stuff that save electricians time, and obviously we're going to run through some of those as well. And as Joe Hammond's here, and we've got that connection with apprentices, there'll be some apprentice-themed stuff later on in the show as well, won't there?
There will, yes, in association with LEW. I've already spotted there's some people from LEW who have joined in the chat.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah, and again, it's a fantastic campaign, and again, Gary's going to lean on my community to obviously join us in on that campaign as well. So that'll be later on in the show, so make sure you stay on for that.
Yeah, and there's some great prizes you can win, actually, for tonight's challenge wall.
Shall we jump up and see? So Jenny's over there. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go over and see Jenny. Hello, Jenny. So we're over here. So our challenge wall prizes. Yeah, if you had to enter, don't so close. No, it's all right. We're only in 720. It's not full HD.
Yeah,
okay. Any of your fans on there? Anyone give you a little cheeky message?
There might be.
Oh, there might be. Let's have a look what we can win tonight. So for the race wall time, you've got the limited edition eFIXX stickers, and you get a sticker of me. That's like going to the dentist and getting your front two teeth pulled out and rewarded with Mr. Tickle. And there we go. Set of sunglasses, a lovely solar-powered light, the Kosnic mugs that we've fallen in love with over here, and a hat with a built-in light as well. Okay. Hello, Joseph. How are you?
Yes, good.
Tay, how are you right? And we're going to mug him off later on. Okay, so Ben's in for a hard time. Ben's the sort of person that was suggested that he would join us this evening, so he did a lot of research. Okay, we've got over 1,200 videos he could have watched before he came in, plenty of previous live streams. He decided the best form of preparation was not to look at anything. He's in a world of trouble later on.
People don't want to do that, Gary. They just want to come in and just go for it.
Just go for it. And we'll just be going for it in a few months. Shall we bring our guests in, shall we? Yes, let's bring them in. So here we come. The team from Kosnic, as well as Joseph Hammond, are going to join us. So Ben, if you want to take the seat next to me, so I can be nice and close for the banter. Tal, if you want to take take that one over there. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Had a great day.
Yes,
okay.
amazing day, thank you.
We won't mention it too early, but you have got a rather large earring for those people who want to see on handcuff. We'll be talking about personal jewellery throughout the show, and Ben's going to show us the other piercings that he has.
Big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean.
So if you want your tarot cards reading or a crystal ball, you can tell into the future. Well, talking of telling into the future, we're going to start with Ben.
Yep.
Okay, people want a race war. They want a bit of a whiff of whether you're going to be electrically biased. So first of all, you've got 60 seconds to tell us about yourself and maybe sprinkle in some of your electrical knowledge as well.
Okay, fantastic. Hello everyone, I'm Ben and I'm the technical manager here at Kosnic. My whole life I've had jobs, electrical engineering jobs. I had an apprenticeship doing electronic engineering with emergency lighting, moved on to batteries for military drones, can't really talk about that, signed an NDA, and then now I'm working with the lovely, with Kosnic and Tao, Ryan Man, and just really enjoying the job. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, a little bit of brown nose in there as well. We'll come back to it. There was a lot of stuff in there. I obviously haven't not spent enough time with you, apart from when I've been bantering you. That obviously the drone thing's quite interesting. I know you can't probably talk about it. We may circle back into that. That's a tough start, isn't it, Tao? So, yeah, background in 60 seconds about yourself. Give us an electrical whiff as well.
Yeah, I'm a co-founder and owner of Kosnic Lighting. I started 20 years ago with my wife, Ying. And I'm an electronic engineer myself, and I'm a PhD in robotics. And, and I'm an R&D engineer developing mobile phone chips in my past life.
Oh, okay. Never spent enough time speaking to you either. We're in a world.
We like to call it Gary's out of his depth.
Completely out of depth. Got building drones over here, and obviously all the rest of it. And since you split up with your wife, did you manage to hold on to the business? Are you still together?
We're together. Yeah,
how many years have you been together?
30 years.
You had to think about that early on. You nearly rang her up to ask her.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, almost.
Hopefully she's tuning in this evening, and obviously she can come along with the comments. Now, there's a chance for everyone to comment now, isn't there, Gordon?
There is, and some people are already in there, and people have already hedged towards Ben.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, young and enthusiastic.
If we're bringing it up, it is time for everyone to play along at home. You know, it's that time to get your time. And how long will it take our contestants to complete the challenge wall? Obviously, put the name of the person. So Tao, if you think Tao did it in 17 hours 36, put 17 hours 36. If you think Ben did it in 2 minutes 35, put 2 minutes 35. But of course, I'm completely hoodwinking you there.
Yeah, no,
and remember,
we don't know. So
there's some great prizes to win tonight. One of these little solar-powered lamps that I've got my eye on.
Yeah, they're quite cutely designed.
Yeah, we like that. So you could win one of these. These are great outdoors in the garden. If you haven't, obviously a lot of electricians probably not bothered to run any cables outside in their own property because the cobbler's kids always have the worst shoes.
I like the way you unplugged that solar-powered light as well. Obviously, you can charge it as well. Okay, as you've gone in. So yeah, you've turned it on as well.
There you go. Different one. There you go.
It's nice. It's not like the ones you normally see that are maybe around the filling stations that you only need to part with about $5.99 to get, do you?
Yeah.
That's a nice looking one.
So we want when you get your wife's flowers at the same time.
Well, yeah, no, filling station flowers. I'm a romanticist at the end of the day. I don't give my wife enough flowers.
Plenty of times coming in there. Let's have a little look at where we've gone. So
yeah, get your times in, get your names in. You've got to choose a name this week. So obviously we've got two people doing it. So first of all, you have to get the right name. Okay, Ben or Tao. So then you need to be the closest time, and then you'll get to ring the wonderful Jennifer and have a conversation with her and win the bundle that's in front of us tonight. So that's the idea of this. Now, we suggested earlier on, we encouraged a little friendly £20 note bet between you, and you've taken up the challenge, haven't you, Ben?
I have, yes. Okay.
Have you got the crisp £20 note? Are you a modern man? You're going to flash your phone around?
Yeah, it's an IOU.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Tao, have you got a crisp £20 note in your wallet? You did say you were married, so yes, I understand.
Probably, yeah, so yeah, I don't have anything in my pocket now.
She would be devastated to find out you had any money on you, wouldn't she? So there's 20 quid on it, okay, so feeling pretty confident?
I am actually, yeah. I'm feeling like it's going to be very, very close, but I'm really hoping for the win.
Okay. Right, I haven't seen this.
No, neither have I, so this should be good. Here we go. I love a bit of overconfidence, so see who's up first. Okay, here we go. Oh, wearing his coat. Couldn't be bothered to get undressed, so he's in there. So, earring, is it a lucky earring?
It is a lucky earring, yes.
So how do you get a lucky earring?
I get a lucky earring just by wearing it every day and having good memories to come along with it. And it's given me a lot of good times, good memories.
Okay, so good times and good memories. I hope this isn't one of them.
Nightmare unfolding here. It's interesting, actually. A bit of engineering there. We're undoing all the screws first, everywhere, before we start.
Different approach.
Back up, putting the tools back up there.
There we go. So we need all 3 cables. Oh, you've had a bit of a disaster, I must say, but it'll be the same for both of you. You have got a lot of cables on those Doncaster singles. Okay, makes it a little bit more difficult. A little bit of gold watch. Is that a lucky gold watch?
No, not a lucky gold watch.
Just a lucky gold.
Yeah, I had a bit of trouble with this actually. I didn't twist it enough.
All right, okay. No worries. We like a bit of trouble. You've yet to kneel either, so you're worried about the trousers?
Not at all. No.
About corduroy, is it? You don't want to get them all covered in grease?
Just want to pull my glutes. That's all. Stretch them out.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, we're gonna. This is new. I'll get it round that corner and in the other hole first.
I was very, very lucky. I did do that.
The safe money now he's thinking choosing young Ben was a mistake. So back on with the glasses, see where we are. So see him pull them through. Yeah, if it is slow, Gordon, what's the rules?
It usually is.
Yes.
If it looks slow, it's
incredible. Oh, you're in for the wire strippers. Okay. Yeah. Those hands don't look they've seen much hard labour, I would suggest. Look at them, pretty soft. Now, you know you've got soft hands if at some point during one of your 3 race walls you split the skin on your hands, bit of claret everywhere.
I was rushing too much, and somehow
that's not looking too bad.
When you say rushing, which of the race walls did you split your hands?
I think it was just one of the wires at the bottom here by the club.
When you had go 1, 2 or 3, were your hands completely battered by the time you got the second or third run?
Not at all. It was just the one finger, my middle finger actually.
Okay, thank you for showing me that. It didn't go unnoticed. You're yet to kneel though. Okay, absolutely. Them jeans are not going to get white powdered knees. Were you the sort of child that wouldn't skid along on your knees because Mum would say to you, "You're going to wreck your corduroys"? Yeah, nothing worse than 2 shiny knee patches as you've been sliding across the festive floors, or it's Uncle Buck's. Yeah, Uncle Buck's birthday. Do you remember that one? He's turned 70. We've all turned up. He's drank flat Guinness all evening. Okay.
I think we got the knee on the floor there.
No, we didn't. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the proposal. The proposal. That's the marital proposal. We're down on one knee. And we've got the CPCs in. We're just 2 connections away from seeing this time. Remember, this is the first of 3 attempts. You will get your fastest time, Ben. Nice to see you eventually use the handle on the screwdriver. 1 connection. This looks pretty good, actually, considering it's your first effort. And again, we're off the handle and we're in. So 2 screws on the front. We're good. That knee is going to be wrecked.
Yeah.
We're in there. What sort of watch is it you've got there? It's got a whiff of the 80s about it.
It's a Citizen Eco Drive. I got it for my 18th birthday. So I've had it a long time. I had it serviced recently.
Oh, how much was the service?
£100.
Oh, no, I love a service on a wristwatch. The more expensive the wristwatch is, the more expensive the service. Okay, we're in Towson. Come on. Come on then. Yes. Oh, my word. Here we go. It's rush hour for him, folks. It's rush hour. Here we go. So in we go. Can we be faster than the younger member of the team? Look at that top, eh? Bit of branding in there. We've got the 20 years in. Not a grey hair in sight on that head. That is just for men's best advert ever in order to maintain that colour in, because I would imagine there is a whiff of grey under there. So
I got the cables ready before we've taken
in your hand. Confidence. Again, just copying the Neil pose from Ben. So we're desperate not to get our trousers mucky. Here we go. Are we going to go up first time? Is it going to be it's a refusal at the start. If it doesn't go in the bottom hole, I always find it's very difficult to come out the top. Okay, and there's a little top tip for people who've never done the race hall. Here we go. Towel and... Clever editing. Clever editing. It went up and out and through. I love it. Into the top of the consumer unit, into the Lewden consumer unit, where we'll be choosing, hopefully, the correct miniature 20-amp circuit breaker come RCBO. Side cuts. I'd have gone a bit twinkling still. Okay, strippers. You're in with the strippers. Have you used these before, Tao?
Oh, not one that good.
Not that good. Right.
Very easy to use.
Look at the concentration. Absolutely. And we're going again. We had another go. What was happening there? Okay. So now we're wondering where the clever money's gone. So the £20 note on it. Who's going to win? Ben, are you going to save a bit of pride, or is it going to be Towel in there? You also get your own Top Trumps card. So check out the website. Every person that's ever taken on the race has their own Top Trumps card. And unfortunately, folks, you both went for incredibly mild curries. So your chili rating on your Top Trumps card will be pretty pathetic. And you have a special power. So Ben, I'd imagine it'll be Lucky Earring will be your special power.
Probably,
Towel will probably be the number of patents that you currently own. So So yeah, that'll be your special power, the ability to own the IP of a piece of equipment.
There's big screwdrivers we've got then. What happened to the smaller screwdriver we had for those terminals?
I don't know. Well, we'll just give them whatever we've got knocking around. We could do with a tool sponsor, really.
House tools.
Yeah,
Right, here
a
we
little
go.
shadow board. That's what we need, a little shadow board. Right, so earth the back box, and we're back out with those wonderful strippers. Nice bit. Again, same pose. Is that the only way to get in it? Is it a football team you play for the same team? You're both at the front. You're not the tallest lads I've ever seen. Neither of you playing centre half. You'd be sitting at the front. I'd imagine Ben's favourite position is sub. So, yeah, here we go. So, just a few connections away from finding out who is going to be the slowest of you two on the slow wall. So, that's what I would imagine we're going to have. Do you think your first run, the pair of you, was the quickest run?
No.
No? Do you think you got faster as you went along?
Yeah, the third one's about my
Third one, so you were straight in there. There were no, you were third one was fastest. Ben, yourself?
I would say second.
Second one was your fastest one. Okay, we'll find out, won't we? So, again, unlike that downlight I fitted from you with the easy fit connectors, we have forced a screwdriver into your hand, where obviously Heather's a dab hand when no screwdriver is involved, and a magnetic bezel, I would suggest she's an expert. Look at that.
Here we go.
Wow, nice length. Look at that. Yeah, it's just adjusting it. Is it your natural hair colour?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
All right.
Gordon's natural hair colour as well. Yeah. It's incredible. You've got one strand at the front. That's all you've got. You get 3 or 4 of them. Nickname would be Badger. There we go. So that was brilliant. Okay, that was fantastic. It looked equally as slow as each other. So this could be really close. Right, Gordon. There's a lot riding. It's 20 notes.
Yeah.
That's a bundle of prizes. You're going to get up, young man.
I am. I'm going to have a look here. Oh, I'm just going to get the bundle.
Obviously, we naturally walk towards the fastest leaderboard.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know the times.
No, I've never seen them.
Okay, I'm just going to try and get through all of this. Sorry about that, folks.
Ooh.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Which way? Hang on, first of all, so who are you going to do first? So I can
do
ask
Ben first.
Ben first.
yeah.
That's not a good sign, Ben. He's still never done. You look quite warm. Are you quite got a hot complexion there?
Yeah,
Is it the nerves?
I'm very excited.
Very excited.
Very excited. We're going to change that.
Yeah.
Okay, Tal.
It's
20 notes
close,
on this.
Gary. It's close.
Not on this. Oh!
Over here.
We never thought it was going to be all that old, did we? Oh!
Shuffling down here. Oh.
It's a good time.
It's not. Yeah. It's
Not a dread.
Still.
You're going to be quicker than Rick?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, interesting. So you got Beamer.
Torpedo. She's gone down.
Yeah. Just slipping in there.
She's lighting.
Got a bit of lighting count. We've got Lasico, a few Lasico people here. You're faster than them.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's actually, it doesn't look it. If you'd have come in when we first ever started, that would have been the fastest time.
Yeah.
So,
If I was the first one.
Yeah. That's quite bad.
commendable, that.
You're catching on with the humour. Okay, so now this is £20 notes riding on this. Oh, we're still going.
I'm in the wrong place.
Oh my word!
It is close. Now I don't need to be looking up here. I need to be down here.
Who cares?
I'm the only one kneeling.
No, it's okay.
I'll say not even on.
I bet
shuffle.
Tal Wisted wore his tuxedo now.
Yeah.
It's on for a while here. We're just.
That is a good time. If
Shuffle
he's in there. He's
He's in there.
That is,
Fantastic.
that is brilliant.
Amazing.
Well done.
McAdam there at the Rewired Agency.
Absolutely, that is a fantastic. Congratulations, Tal. That is brilliant to get on the.
Well done.
That's an electric
Good game.
£20 lighter, Ben.
Fantastic.
Just let me
Yeah,
slide
we'll look
in
forward
there.
to seeing that.
Yes,
£20.
yeah.
Now you're Ben give money, I give to Ying then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can always stop it out of his salary, can you? Yeah. You find it difficult. So again, hopefully people at work, obviously they were playing along to see who was fast as well. Maybe there's some banter in there as well. So that is a fantastic time. So we're now hopefully going to dig someone out. They'll get the phone number. That means you get a chance to speak to Jenny, and then Jenny will bundle up your prizes and send them out to you.
Oh, guess who?
Guess who? Who's won? Do we know?
Roy Horn.
Roy's on the phone. Roy Horn. Lovely. We've been waiting for this phone call for a long time. If I can, I will jump up and see what Roy has to say. Look, Jenny's over there licking her eyebrows. I didn't realise your tongue was that long. Fantastic. So, okay, brilliant. We're in. Okay, thank you ever so much for joining us. Thank you very much for playing along the race. Well done. And that is a very decent time. Unlucky.
Yeah.
That lucky earring ain't very good, is it, really? Yeah. So, with your birthday wristwatch. Okay, brilliant. So, we're into it then. So, Kosnic, we've got some fantastic names. We started off with those names. I think that's where we're probably going to start. I think you alluded to that. The Morna, you said it's what?
A volcano.
Is that true?
Yes, it's the name of one volcano.
Okay, so any downlight in your range will be named after a volcano?
It's fire-rated downlight is named after different volcanoes.
Fire rate. I like the way you use that. It's clever, isn't it? That's clever. Did you come up with any of these ideas? No.
I wish I was that.
Do you feel a spare part yet? Yeah, okay. So we've got obviously those. Have we carried the theme on? Is everything named after a volcano?
No. Different things. Like you have a baton is after river.
Okay. Give us an example.
Like this is Neva.
Okay.
This is Trent.
Trent.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll like that one. Yeah. River Trent.
River Trent, and if you have a panel that is a lake, so our right now is a lake in the Lake District.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Yeah, we've got our high bays named after clouds as well.
Clouds.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this one called?
Cirrus.
That's a type of cloud.
Echo.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Echo.
Do you feel you're employed? How long have you been with them? How long?
1 year.
Yeah, okay. You're through your probation. It's a little bit more tricky to let people go after you. But you can find a way.
I noted that down already.
Right, okay. So what's this one called again?
It's an Echo.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And that's a cloud.
Yes.
Your confidence, I like it. You've got to throw yourself into it. Just be very concise with your wrong answer. So we've got all these products in front of us here. They've got names that have themes.
Yep.
Okay, but there's also a commonality between your products, which probably sets you aside from a lot of other people that manufacture light fans.
Yeah.
Tao, what's that?
So modularity.
Modularity.
So since the very beginning of the company, we have started modularity. I think the first product we launched in UK 2024 is a fluorescent lamp where the tube can separate from the base, from the ballast.
Right.
It's our first patent.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So since then, we have the modular emergency, modular sensors, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for electricians to make their life easier, you've also got a very unique device to interact with all of your products. So if I had a building that could accommodate both downlights and battens and high bays and everything in your range and panel lighting, I can actually interface with them all with just one very small device.
Yeah, just with a remote control.
Okay, and again, is that got an app built into it?
No, it's just a remote.
Already I like it. Already I like it. There's no app, Rick. There's no app. Let's have a look at your remote control. It's recently changed colour. Okay, is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, flick it open then, because there's some bits in there that obviously interest me. Oh, lovely. What would you call them, Gordon?
I'd call those dip switches, Gary.
Yeah, I think in a video you made me call them piano switches, and then everybody told me they were the other way around.
The piano switches,
when they're
black
black and
switches
white.
at the end down there.
Oh, is it? Is
like
that what we learned? Is that what we learned when I got it wrong?
No.
Okay, all right.
I think I said dip switches, but you...
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay, I said piano, did I? That's
Yeah.
my, so by configuring those,
Yep.
what's the next thing once I've configured them that I have to do?
So basically, if you configure all the configurations of a sensor that you can, all the main character of sensor and settings can do, and then just press the big button, and this button will say send, so it sends the configuration to the sensor itself, and that's how it is. The good thing about it is like that, if you have a lot of sensors, so in the corridors or in the staircase, like almost every bulkhead have sensor in it.
Yep.
So once you set it to what you desire, then you just press button one, every sensor will come to the same setting. You don't have to set them one by one.
Okay, so that's instead of, in a lot of microwave sensors, you see those switches actually on the sensor, which you have to open the fixture up, and then obviously if you've got and they're actually quite small to see, obviously. I know I can see them, but Gary struggles with these arms.
Absolutely do.
See? So one setting in there, then go along the corridor.
Yeah, just set everything. But the theory is like most people will come to the staircase and think you have a preferred setting no matter what staircase you went to. So you don't have to go into setting. Once you set this to a desired setting, different buildings and different places you can still use it again and again.
Okay, so, but I'm going to throw that myth out the wall now, because this is something we're all seeing over the years. Traditionally, we'll go and set our sensor, and we can see there we've got the daylight and the timer one. So I rotate those round to the correct one. They're physically in position, and let's say that I've come out of it, and all of a sudden I've realised my timer's not on for long enough. I'm going to have to get a set of ladders out. I'm going to have to go up there, and I'm going to have to alter that timer built into here, aren't I?
Exactly. But with that, you don't need to climb up. You just like a press button and change it.
Even though they're physically, say, at 1 minute and a certain brightness, I could change it to 2 minutes without ever moving it.
Exactly. So this, the way we do it, we provide physical dip switches and dials on the sensor. Like any traditional sensor will do. However, every time you set with remote, it will override whatever the setting is already on the sensor. But interesting is, if you want to physically change that sensor setting again, physically climb up, it will override the remote.
Okay.
So basically, whichever the last command is, it will remain the last command.
But again, you can see things like high bay lighting, and all of a sudden you've had them installed, you put a sensor in there, and you're walking down the corridor and finding you're not quite picking people up.
Yeah.
People are thinking scaffold tower, or maybe a forklift truck and a pallet back in your day, Gordon.
Oh, it's a pallet,
send
yeah.
you up there, when you'll be all right, don't move and wobble. And all of a sudden you're in there fiddling around with it. We're doing it all from the ground.
Yeah, I'll just use it there.
We found it incredibly enlightening when me and Rick have spent a lot of time in your product range, and I think we've got some more time coming up, just how simple it is to set the dip switch correctly and just transmit that to the fitting and override the settings.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been great. And is this something you've come along with a lot of times? Oh, Roy's up! Hang on, I'm going to drop me. Oh, Roy, I'm Roy alert. Roy is up. Hello, Roy.
I don't think it is, Roy.
Is it not Roy? Is it Roy?
No,
Is it? You're on the telly. Is it Roy?
Oh, Roy, you're right.
Yeah, you're on the telly. Hello, Roy. Hello, Roy. All right.
Hello, Roy.
You only get his address, he won't get yours, remember? Well, he might do. He's got your phone number now, hasn't he? Right, I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Roy spent many a week trying to win this. Imagine it's such a highlight for him. He's on a decent prize bundle as well. We're trying to improve the bundles every week. So if you tune in for the race, well, we are spending a little bit more time taking product off our customers and sending them out to our winners, which I think is a good idea. Right, back in then. So
Remote control, yes. So
Yes.
I've got a PIR sensor at home that has a remote control.
have you?
That I've never used.
Oh, why not?
Well, because by the time you think you use it, you can't remember where you've put it.
Okay.
And it only operates the PIR.
Okay. Does it override its settings?
I couldn't tell you, I've never used it.
Okay. Good chat.
That's why I'm looking at this actually, because it's I need a replacement actually. And this is actually pretty good. And the problem, those PIRs can be quite high up. Absolutely. So
Yeah, and commercially, all of a sudden you change the use of a room.
Yeah.
So obviously you take a few walls out and all the rest of it, and then you're in there trying to obviously make those changes. Just walk along, and all your changes are done.
the classic on a PIR is you want to do like a walk test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, to check it's working, if possibly before it's gone dark. You can go home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're up there with a screwdriver, is it 2 minutes? You don't, and obviously on here you can't. You've got a dial. You don't know exactly what the time
So the
is.
dip switch gives you the precise time.
Precise
things like
time,
that.
yeah.
Absolutely. So again, for that absolute perfect 2 minutes, you set the dip switch, send the signal. Yeah, really good. And is it something you've ever come across? You've got a very vast lighting background. Have you ever come across anything similar to this?
Not one. No, not that works such across a lot of products.
No.
People have, we've had a lot of product in where people have got a remote control.
But that doesn't.
And it frustrates us because people forget where the remote control is.
Absolutely.
And then sometimes you have two brands, two remote controls.
Yeah.
Okay. And throughout the whole range?
Yes, basically we call it universal remote control. So when we designed, we have in mind that for all Kosnic sensors, we can all come to one remote control.
Right.
So that it's for the ease of our electrician customers. So basically, they only need to keep this in their bag, only on their keyring. On their keyring, they just take this. So if it's Kosnic product, Kosnic have very vast range of lighting product. So if you have a batten, non-corrosive, bullhead, floodlight, all those products can control through this remote control.
That's good. Now, if we bring in Rick's got a bit of devil about him, so let's bring in Rick, because this was the first thing our scallywag said when he got a bit of a whiff of a remote control can do it. Well, just stand up. I like the way he stood up. Let's bring him in on the camera. Let's bring him in. Say hello, Rick. Yeah, that's you, Rick. Hello, Rick. Say hello to your mum. Hello, Mum.
She'll be in bed. She starts work early in the morning.
Oh, right, does she? All right, okay, all right. So, nice and close to the mic, Rick. The minute you said, oh, if I go into a building that's got full Kosnic lighting.
Shopping centre,
Yes.
he said.
I think he did,
Centre
yeah.
or anywhere.
Okay, what was your first thoughts?
Well, could I change lighting?
Well, yeah.
Just to be a devil.
Yeah, that's a word for it, isn't it? Yeah, you're strolling through Next and all of a sudden everything's flicking on and off and all the rest of it, a little giggle on your own.
Yep.
And that was your first thought. So I think it's a great question, Tal.
Yeah, when we first designed it, we didn't think of
Oh, he's wobbling here. He's wobbling. We got him.
The first design, we didn't think, but one day I suddenly realized, what if I do floodlights outside the building? So people just pass by, oh, give it a go and play. So people can be very naughty. So I was thinking, okay, we probably need some security feature on that. So we designed a special security feature into this remote control, but you're not seeing any other sensor with remote. Yeah, so what we have done is that there's two dip switch and dedicated to a security feature. So in the last dip switch, which is called B8, last dip switch, you turn it up, you turn it up, so it enter the locking mode.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is that you press the big send button, And this remote gonna send a cipher key into the sensor.
Cipher key.
Yeah.
Cipher key. That's got a little bit of national treasure about it. Anyone ever heard of the cipher? I'm sure that's what they did. It might have been the second one, the cipher key. Is it $1 billion pipe? Is it $1 million pipe? Do you remember National Treasure?
I do.
It was on the Disney Channel, so you probably watched it a couple of years ago. I imagine you had a full subscription.
An amazing film.
It is. And what was the only problem with the 2 films they made?
They didn't make a third one.
Good answer. Well done. You remembered that from earlier on. So all of a sudden then I've got this master control.
Yep.
And now there's a worry. Let's return the worry. So I've got a master control that's ciphered itself in.
Yep.
And I want to keep that safe.
Yeah, then the sensor will remember the cipher key. So the reason we call it cipher key is actually key. So basically, all message you send in have to be decoded using this cipher key.
Right.
Otherwise, just a random message. It will not respond. It cannot recognize it. So you have to use cipher key to decode everything sent to them. So and the sensor will remember the cipher key and knowing, okay, I will only respond to this cipher key. No other remote I will respond it to.
Okay.
But then also the question is like, what if you lost that?
You can see me going there. Get in front of the storm. Get in front of the... What if I lost it?
Well, or if you lost it, that's why we say, okay, in that such a case, we allow people to use 2 user key as a spare.
Right.
So basically how you do it is you use the another dip switch with the B7, the one next to it, you push it up, you press once on the master remote, then push once on the user remote.
Okay.
So basically what it does is the remote tells the sensor saying that I'm going to introduce you to a second user remote, and then the sensor will remember another cipher key from a second remote.
Clever.
From that time, it added another remote to it. So our idea is that the master remote should be kept safe by the maintenance managers.
Yes.
Where the user remote can be used by electricians or user to use it. Even the lose it, so lose it, because you can create another user remote through using the master remote.
It's clever, isn't it? That's clever. That's clever, isn't it?
I would be that person that would probably go around and...
Well, I have to fess up, actually, because if you go into John Lewis at the weekend, and obviously they've got the audio department there with all those Bluetooth speakers, it is quite amusing to put one of your tracks on when somebody is listening to that, and they're sort of in a flap as they're touching buttons, and then Chaz and Dave starts blasting out across the store.
And it was those watches as well, where they'd wheel in the big telly at secondary school, and you were able to change the channel with your watch.
Oh, wow.
Did you
No,
do
never
that?
seen
No, I
that.
didn't do that.
No, look at it.
So clearly we know what the eFIXX team get up to at the
Like I say,
weekend.
I'm worried about a rigorous employment process going on here, vetting people's backgrounds. Everyone's got a little scallywag in them, isn't it? Oh, right, okay, wow, okay. Again, what a great idea, and what a solution it is, because we know what happens. I mean, we install maybe a full lighting system, and then there's some tweaks and changes in there. You're doing that handover, they'll walk into a room and they'll want to change time settings, etc.
Exactly, yeah.
However, we're going to bring it up at this moment in time. We're going to be brave at this stage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be lovely if you could change the colour temperature? Tao, do you agree?
I agree.
It's very aspirational, wouldn't it?
It is a
Very
great idea,
aspirational.
very great idea, yeah.
I had some products, lovely Heather delivered. I'll just bring the camera up so you can wave to us. Heather sent me some nice products, in the post, and I had to work with Rick. So the reason I work with Rick is because I'm his cameraman. And in the instructions, it sort of suggested that you could change the colour temperature.
Yeah.
Can you?
In the very original version of the instruction.
But the one I spent an hour and a half trying to change the colour temperature, could I do it?
Yeah, it'd be very impossible, yeah.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Can you show me your new instructions, please? So I want to say that this is my legacy in the electrical industry, folks.
Just a minute, I need to open
the hour and get out your bag. We've got all the time in the world to see me win this one. So I'll tell you the truth. We were making a video. Everything worked. The remote control just did everything it said, and we were working our way down the list. And then it come up with change the colour temperature. We looked at it. We set the dip switch inside it at the appropriate. But we've done that with everything else, with the timer and all the sensors. We set them. And then we were sending the signal, as per the instructions, and it's aspirational, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we just see your instructions? This is what me and Rick have managed to do to the instructions.
This is the new one.
Can you point to the box there?
Yeah, which says, the color temperature is not applicable for the time being.
At the time being, at the time being. Hour and a half, Tal. Hour and a half. I'm never getting it back.
Development, Gary.
It is, and we're early stages of it. I think when that lands, wow.
Yes.
I mean, you covered everything, because people will be saying about colour temperature, because obviously that's the one thing that clients can instantly change their mind. And they think they want 6,000 until they see it.
Yep.
Yeah, and then obviously they do. So everything else is done those sensors. Could you just never work with remote controls, children or animals? So can you maybe turn something on with a remote control? We haven't done this, so I'm putting
We have this one there.
Yeah, this
have
one.
lights there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's.
So there's a few functions to that. So basically, you can, by set whatever setting you have, all the normal settings, and you just send to that.
Yeah.
So it will flash once.
Yep.
And it tells you that I received your message. It's
Okay.
like acknowledgement. And then this is just for the setting. However, we also have override functions. Basically, we know there's an override on. So basically, if you are doing in a place where you don't want light to turn off, you can double click. So it will override on. So basically,
It's constantly on now. So if I had it on a sensor, I was walking down a corridor, they were coming as I got there, but I was painting the corridor, I want them all on, done.
yeah, it will
How
always
do I
on.
reverse that process?
Okay, you can double click again.
And just back to where it was?
It'll go back to the sensor mode.
Bit easy, isn't it?
Or
Or
if you leave more than half an hour, if you nobody in the room for half an hour, you go back automatically to the
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So we don't want to do
that's
that
it,
all night long.
We're going to come on to the things electricians forget and how these products save them time. So, yeah, if you've done your activity and forgot to change it back, 30 minutes later.
It will go back to
Good.
Yeah, that is clever, isn't it?
I noticed you were back in painting again.
I like a bit of painting.
Well, no, last week you were painting over smoke alarms.
Yeah.
This week you're back in painting the corridor now.
We just like to say for a disclaimer on smoke detectors. Right, no, okay, moving on. Brilliant. And that's what me and Rick got out of it. You know, I mean, it was just worked. And that's where, again, I know you'll probably end up, everyone has an app and all the rest of it. Yeah. But of course, everyone loves a remote control. You remember when they were on a wire, don't you? And they were brand new. When your Betamax had a wired remote control, Gordon. Yeah. You remember that.
Didn't have a video on our house, Gary.
Didn't you? No. Didn't have a TV in your student accommodation at one point. Somebody come in and borrowed it, didn't they?
They did.
They did.
While I was in the house.
Yeah, while you were in the house. Yeah. It's a different story. You may have heard it before.
Actually, when we started developing this product, in that just during COVID, right, they have nothing to do. So we're just trying to develop this some sort of fancy. So I was looking to develop an app. I was like drawing up the app, doing the interface, how you set everything. Like I doing in the night, I suddenly realized, why I do all this? All I needed is just move the dip switch from a sensor to a remote.
Like that, yeah.
All the hustle was trying to do months, trying to put out this app. May well just finish by this. And one thing that's very important on this product is that it remembers. That is a unique feature compared to a lot of the TV remote remote. Is like once you do the dip switch, it will forever remember what you have used last time.
But also, if you were handing it over as a maintenance manager and you handed it over, you know, that's not going to take a lot of learning.
Charge on USB-C?
Yeah.
So let's bring that in. I didn't forget to spot that. Let's just
One thing I absolutely love with the remotes is that you have the tactile function of it. You can feel it in your hand. You know it's sending the signal across. There's even an indication light on the top left there when you know it's sending a signal.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, with an app, you just don't get that tactileness.
It is tactile as well, because some remotes, you brought another one in here.
Yeah, this one's classic. So, let's do the true story, Gordon. You pulled it up, pulled the tab out, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you pointed at several lights, didn't you? And you couldn't get them to work. Why couldn't they work, Gordon?
Because it's not for this range. It's somebody else's remote control.
And it's tacky as anything, though,
What
isn't it?
I've found with remote controls, though, if you find a remote control ever doesn't work, if you push the button really hard,
Yes.
it doesn't work any better either.
Okay.
Likewise, if the battery's going flat on your television one, top tip for everyone, you push that button hard, you might get it to work.
Okay, yeah, it's good. Top tip, like it. Your wife also turns the thermostat round to a higher temperature she wants because she thinks he'll get there quicker. Is she the sort of person, would you like to say on national TV, that your wife would press the button harder to get a better response out of it?
On the remote control?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And my daughter's got an electric bed, and it's very slow lifting because it's got to lift quite a heavy weight. And when I ever do it, I'd say to myself, it doesn't matter how hard you press it, it's going to take time. And I start off, but I don't know why, come on! I don't know why I think it's going to go any faster. Okay. So, yeah, NAF remote control, you could tell when we picked it up.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're dead right, tactile there. But it's yellow.
So you don't lose it.
I wonder why it's yellow. Are you hearing the rehearsals? Yeah. Why did you choose yellow?
So we have this marketing meeting, so trying to promote this product, right? We have different people in here. So Heather, we suggested a lovely color. Yeah.
Okay, and so you chose yellow based on the fact one of your members of staff chose it?
Yeah, I said, yeah, go for it.
Okay, that's good. Because they were white when they were cream, weren't they, before?
Yeah, because
First time I've seen a yellow one.
Yeah, because when I design, like a lot of things are plain white, like because I'm an engineer, I was like, just do working, the functionality, and then marketing people think differently, or make it yellow. But then we made a story around it, so it's easier to find.
Oh, is it? It's easier to find, mate.
Well, it's got a whiff of danger about it. You see that in the drawer? You're not going to mix it up with, don't be protesting and watch the overhead projector to come down.
Don't get confused with your vape, will you?
That's it. Well, I don't know. But it is tactile. You're right. It is. I like the click, actually. I do like the
love
click.
the click.
Yeah.
Got a BlackBerry about it, hasn't it? Back in your day.
Yeah.
Like a clicking and all this
it's
thing,
BBM.
Do you remember that?
I do,
BlackBerry?
yeah.
How old are you?
26.
Do you watch the film, the BlackBerry film? It's a brilliant film. Recommend you watch it.
Okay.
And you'll sort of know what's going to happen. As you're watching it, you're unfolding it and you're thinking to yourself, it's got a bit of a whiff. Steve Jobs is going to turn up at some point and destroys the business with 20 minutes to go. It's absolutely brilliant. Have you seen the film?
No, I haven't actually.
You're more a Kung Fu Panda man? Is that your sort of film genre?
No.
What about Cannonball Run back in the day? I bet you watched
Cannonball.
it. Yeah, Cannonball Run. Well, you loved a bit of Cannonball Run, didn't you? Yeah, okay. Fantastic. I'm going to get as many in as I can, folks. Please leave it in the comments who starred in all the films linked together so far.
Someone said it should have been milled from titanium. There we go. We're in the lighting industry here, folks. I don't think we're quite stretching to titanium at the minute.
Quite aspirational, though, isn't it?
is.
To have them sort of things.
Yeah, I like the yellow.
Yeah.
It comes with a bottle opener as well. Now, you could have built the bottle opener into the bottom of the remote
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We should patent that.
You've got to think all these people working late on maintenance, they're all very busy all night, especially on the night shift.
One remote control. Is there going to be a superseder? Is there, we tend to have the first iteration. Are we going to go for a bigger and better thing that does something different, or is this the only thing we're working on?
This is a start of a series of products.
Okay.
So for the sensor development, we make a lot of the sensor ourselves. So basically, when we're making all these sensors, we think we can enter the market with a niche, and the idea is mobile phone less, so no mobile phone required.
Yeah.
So that's the thing of development.
It's a bit of Gary, that.
Yeah. See, a remote control, that's a bit of me, that is, yeah.
So that's how we started. So this is the simplest entry-level product to give people easy access to solve their day-to-day problems. But then we evolve into a more sophisticated IoT platform.
All right.
That will create themes and more complicated logics and things like that will be launched next year.
Oh, right. So there's... Oh, right. OK, so we can grow this out and theme through the remote control, set a theme in the room.
Yeah, so basically we're trying to go into a more comprehensive settings. Not just... Well, CCT as well. Not just...
Rick, we're going to get it back. We're getting it back. So,
yeah, so basically, there's more lighting control, not just sensor, there's lighting control, more sophisticated lighting control there as well. Yeah.
OK. And you mentioned manufacturing. For people out there, you own your own manufacturing process?
Yeah, we have a factory in China.
OK.
So started in 2010. So because my father has a factory.
Yeah.
He makes fluorescent lamps.
Really?
Yeah, he made fluorescent in his day. 1995, he started his factory. And I started LED factory because he does not agree LED is the future at that time. So I went back to...
argument?
Oh, well, big argument. And I have to set up my own company just to do LED, to prove that LED is the future. So 2010, I started my own business on manufacturing LED lights.
And how many people do you employ?
100 each.
Yeah, so we're not talking... Yeah, this is a proper entity. You own a lot of patents and your own kit.
Yeah.
And we're not going to name them, but does your kit ever appear in other people's products because it's that good?
So basically that we are a very focused electronics manufacturer, and we make components, electronic components, drivers, sensors, emergencies to other Chinese manufacturers as a component supplier.
And then they find their way into North America and Europe and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So again, you make products of such a quality that actually other people back your quality and add it to their fittings.
Yeah.
That is outstanding, I would suggest, on that one. Yeah, that's really
A few
good.
other things to notice, the little PIR sensor to put on the end of fittings. So someone asked that all the fittings come with sensors.
Yeah.
But they're modular, aren't they? It's easy to add the sensor.
Well, with that in mind, I think there's one at the front.
Yes,
Ben, this was funny earlier on, folks. Let's hope Ben makes such a good job of this. OK, so we've got a fitting down here. We've got a batten fitting.
Yeah, 23.
Okay, yep, so take 48 for this one. This is live on the telly.
Okay.
And at the minute, we've got ourselves, we've got a driver here. Is that right? That
That's
would
a
come
standard driver.
Standard driver into position here. It's already been adapted for an emergency pack, is that correct?
Yes, the emergency pack's already in.
So I could have added that in. You've already added it in. But to
Yes.
make it easy if you're on the telly, okay, we're asking you to put a sensor in.
So yeah, this is a microwave sensor that is also controlled with the universal remote.
Okay.
And with the standard light that comes in, you have these metal tabs here that you can just lift up, and then with this product, it can then just clip in. So our whole idea is a modular design that we can swap in, swap out on any other products that we want to use.
Concentrate, Ben, your job depends on it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to get the right one. They will only go in the right holes. Okay, there you go. So I think you've found your way through there. And they're cleverly labelled. If I come down here and say Benny's embarrassments, they're cleverly labelled as well, so you can't go wrong. C to C.
Wrong.
We've got A to A and blue to smithereens.
Yeah.
And there we go. So that's the microwave
there's
sensor
this
added in there.
Well, and then that's straight in, done.
So again, what most people watching this would say to me, Gary, can you make it DALI compatible? I can hear them now in the comments saying, is it DALI compatible? Can you hear them, Gordon? I can hear them. What would have to happen to the driver if you want to go DALI?
The driver here, you just use a screwdriver and then you can there you go, tap.
Oh, we're going to have a go, are we?
Yeah.
Pressure's on here.
Yeah.
Your wife.
You can just lift it up.
Lift it out. Okay. And then there's another tab
and
here.
that's
Is
another
it?
tab here because the DALI driver is longer with the smart.
So again, then DALI compatible in there. Straightforward.
And then as well, you can order these lights fully assembled. So if you just want the standard one and then want to upgrade to the emergency pack, you can do that yourself, or you can order it from us, so through the wholesalers, with a DALI driver, emergency, and a sensor. So whatever you want to do, that you can order, which is great. And then if you want to upgrade that later, you totally can.
Okay, so we love that that feel of being able to do it. The question everyone's asking, I suppose, along with it, is it DALI compatible, Joe, would be what's the difference between a microwave and a PIR?
Yeah, we did a video on that one.
I just need the answer, really.
Well, a microwave, you have to put it in for 2 minutes, and after that it probably goes ding, where a PIR is a passive infrared.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the...
question.
Not really. Okay. Gordon, what's the difference between a microwave and a PIR?
PIR tends to work off people's body heat, hence the infrared.
Okay.
Yeah. The microwave, you're using the Doppler effect, and you're disturbing the Doppler effect to trigger that there's actually somebody in the area. The disadvantage being that the microwave can actually also go through walls, so you can trigger the microwave sensor on the other side of the wall, which was an irritation for people who put them in hotel bedrooms to start with.
Okay.
There you go.
Can I say that's practically what I said?
I was just about to say, all he's done is repeat what you said, Joe, hasn't he? Word perfectly, obviously.
Verbatim.
Yeah, ditto.
And just to show for the notes, it was down for Hammond to have that question. We knew where that was going, so we got a Hammond in there on that one. Clever stuff. Yeah, really clever stuff. And yeah, again, I think nowadays we take lighting for granted, don't we? Now, lighting has evolved so much and so quickly in such a short space of time that actually now as we look at it, we think pretty much everything is the same. I would suggest your remote control, which I know Heather is a massive fan of. Every time I speak to her, it's the remote control, it's the remote control. We're doing some more stuff with you. It is the remote control. But we've got another one here that you're going to show me. We've got our standard 2D fitting, okay, down here. If we turn it over, we might do a retro replace. So we're taking out those old fluorescent tubes, the 2 and 4Ds. Okay, but then 4Ds, not 4D, is it? 4D.
You just invented a new lamp.
Just like say for anyone who's fitted a 4D lamp like I have. Okay, yeah, you're on from my era. Yeah, okay. 2D. I don't know where we got 4D from. Maybe that's a cinema thing, isn't it? Is it 4D? I don't know. Right. Okay. Got a standard here. Yeah, we've got dip switches, so we can set colour temperature here, not from the remote. I know that. We can set our parameters here. Yeah, maybe.
And this is the wattage switchable. So you have different. We've got 9 watts up until 18 watts.
Okay, that's brilliant. So energy saving, depending on the area. Toilets are different than somewhere else. But all of a sudden, then I want a sensor.
We have a sensor, and then we can just clip the sensor on here. On
any
the
one
side.
of 4 positions, is that correct?
Any one of 3 positions.
Okay.
So
move your thumb. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 3 positions.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
And then you just plug it into the sensor plug that's clearly labelled there.
Okay, and I see next to it emergency, is that?
Yes, emergency pack as well. And so with the emergency pack, if I pass you on to this one, so then...
You did earlier, was it?
Yes, one we did earlier. And then we have the emergency pack in there. And that's what we want to push with the Kosnic products, is it's modular. We can add or subtract different things that you want, and if you want to change any light into an emergency or any light into a sensor, you can with ease.
With that in mind, the only way to look at it is watch a pro doing it. So let's watch Rick convert one of these from getting it out of the packet.
You've got those old CFL DD lamps that have seen better days. Well, it's time for an upgrade, and I've got just the thing. Kosnic's new DD2 LED lamp. It's a direct retrofit, so you can swap out those old fluorescents without any fuss. The installation's a doddle, just hop it in and you're good to go. Now, let's talk about light quality. This lamp uses ultra-wide 170-degree LED lenses, which means no shadows, no flicker, just smooth, even light. Perfect for any workspace. And here's where it gets clever. You can switch between 4 different wattage settings from 9 to 18 watts, depending on what you need. Plus, you've got 3 color temperatures to choose from. Want to save even more energy? Add this clip-on microwave sensor with dimming and a corridor function. It's a neat little upgrade that'll save you up to 65% on energy costs. And if you need emergency lighting, no problem. It's compatible with Kosnic's emergency module, so you can keep the lights on even when the power goes out. So whether it's for the office, a warehouse, or at home, the Kosnic DD2 has got you covered. Of course, it's also compatible with the Kosnic infrared remote.
I think that clearly demonstrates about the difference with the type of way we demonstrate stuff. So could have done a long product review and gone through that. I think that was about 1 minute and 20 seconds where you clearly got all the information without any moments where you think, oh, I could just drift away from this. Clearly went through step by step, and I think Rick did a fantastic job. But how easy that worked was how easy it was to shoot. Okay, there was no issues there at all. It just works, and everything fits in perfectly, and everything clips in, bang, and off we were running. So I think it's a great product. Gordon?
It is, yeah. I've got some questions I can see you've put on for the second half here.
Yeah, I know. There's some questions.
That triggered me on some questions.
You got some questions in the second half?
For emergency lighting, Gary.
Okay, well, emergency lighting, yeah. I've got some great ones on emergency lighting. So, bearing this in mind, we've got Joe with us, okay? We're not just got him to mug him off on stuff. Obviously, you've been a busy day today. Obviously, you've been out doing something close to both of our hearts, I would suggest.
You haven't had the welding rods out again, have you?
Not everyone's seen that yet, yeah.
Me divining. It works.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Divine inspiration this time. What have you been up to today?
So I've been in Gainsborough with the great people at LEW.
Just tell me what LEW stands for.
Links Electrical Wholesalers.
Got that one, didn't he?
Well done. Links Electrical Wholesalers, which and I will say this, they've got the majority of their stores in Yorkshire. So whether they'll be Yorkshire Electrical Wholesalers, who knows? But yeah, they are starting their campaign, Love Your Apprentice.
Okay.
So yeah, we're getting really behind this because it's an opportunity to win some fantastic prizes, and all it's going to take is sending a picture.
Picture of your apprentice.
Yeah. Picture of your apprentice.
Got the prizes here. Oh, next to me.
We've got some prizes down here, and I've got
the goodies.
I've got a list.
So Fluke, this one.
Yeah, so stuff. Absolutely. So first place, and this is all for sending in a picture of your apprentice.
I've already done it. I've sent a picture in a Rick. I've nominated you, Rick. Yes, you are in the draw.
No, first place, yeah, CK Electricians toolkit, and we've got the Fluke voltage detector.
All those essentials in there.
MFT, clamp meter, yeah, absolutely. Hammer. Well, you can use the hammer, obviously, for knocking out your downlight holes, Gary. Yeah. Second place, you've got a CK screwdriver set and a voltage continuity tester from Fluke, and a CK screwdriver set from CK for those coming in third place. And we've just got to get creative, get funny, okay? Take a picture of your apprentice out there in the workplace, send it to marketing@lewelectrical.co.uk. You've got to get these entries in, though, by the 10th of February.
So no time.
Monday.
Midday.
Cool.
So again, is the link in the description, Gordon?
The link is in the description.
Just people like Eddie. Eddie should nominate his apprentice, spend some time with Eddie's apprentice. That's an easy one, get him in. If you've got somebody, it doesn't have to be your apprentice. You could be on site where there is an apprentice and you know what you may have done to that apprentice over the years. A little bit of fun and humour. If you've got a picture of that, send it in there, but actually send it in with a little bit of a reason why that apprentice should maybe be one of the winners of one of these fantastic prizes. And how is the way that we can win a prize of these three, Joe? What's the rule of how to win one?
So once they go on to, once it closes on the 10th, they'll be then going onto the LEW Facebook page, and then we've got to get those likes in. So you've got to share those pictures.
Public vote.
Get those likes for those pictures, and that's how we are going to get our winners. But the first 30 applicants that go in, get get themselves a Greggs voucher.
Okay, so you're just going to be one of the first 30. So I would suggest, because it takes a little bit of effort, you've got to find the website, you've got to take a picture and you just got to write something. I think if you were a little bit mobile tonight, you probably could get yourself a Greggs voucher, couldn't you?
I would think so.
And you could win this tool bag minus this set of pliers.
As seen on eFIXX TV and still being seen on eFIXX TV. Let's roll the VT, because you've been out on site hugging apprentices.
Do you love your apprentice? Are you the hardest working apprentice out there? Then it's time to show off your skills, win prizes, and maybe even get yourself a free Greggs. Think you've got what it takes? Then it's time to prove it and show off your skills. Here's how it works. Send us your entry showcasing your apprentice's top-notch skills. It could be their best electrical work, their funniest moments, or even their accidental dance moves on the job. Once your entry is online, it's time to rally the troops. Votes are calculated by Facebook likes, so get your mates, your nan, and maybe even her bridge club to click that thumbs up. But remember, no cheeky tricks, no buying likes or pulling sneaky antics, or that Greggs voucher might vanish quicker than the sausage roll at lunch. Entries close on the 10th of February at midday, and voting closes on the 17th of February at midday. Don't miss out. Email your entry to marketing@lewelectrical.co.uk and let's show some love and shine a light on our apprentices.
Like any competition, the only way to do it is to enter. The only way you can win it is enter it. People will look back and say X, Y, and Z has maybe won the toolkit, maybe won the test equipment, all the Greggs vouchers, and think to themselves, I didn't bother. You must have a photo on your phone. And if it was me and I was the apprentice, I'd be encouraging maybe the electrician I was working with to send that in, even if I had to take the phone out of his hand and write my own description to get it in. The first 30 win a Greggs voucher. It looks like there's 29 of them left now after you sausage rolled yourself.
Well,
you do a lot for this company, don't you? Take one for the team.
I put my body on the line, for...
And talking body on the line, he's been in the shower recently with a scalding hot scene, which is coming out. It's another Hammond moment. If anyone's seen him go down the stairs on your back, that was a classic moment when you turned up at your own front door dressed in ladies' clothing. That was another moment. We've got one in the shower.
The shower scene, yeah.
Yes, the shower
You can't
scene.
unsee something.
No, you can't. You
that
can't.
shriek got me 3 times during that video.
And I was trying to work out, was the woolly jumper you, or was it a woolly jumper? That was what I was trying to work out when you were in the shower. It looked like he was wearing a full fleece. Yeah, okay, imagine that's some chest hair. Right, talking to chest hair, how many questions have we got, Gordon?
That's plenty. lots of stuff on, obviously, all is not, this is not Kosnic specifically, people just asking generally about warranties on products, things like that. That's the one. So
warranty on the product, let's ignore the, we're going to talk about emergencies as well in the second section. What's the warranties on the product?
Product, generally you have 5-year and 7-year warranties on our products. Many of the commercial products come also 2-year on-site warranty as well.
Okay.
So
it's decent warranty. You put your back in your product, you make it yourself. So
exactly.
I think when people are maybe borrowing it from abroad and rebadging it, then obviously there's always an issue that they're worried about the warranty. You make it 100 people you employ.
We probably is the only company also do on-site warranty on emergencies.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because we make emergency everything, and so we say we have the confidence in our product, and we give it to on-site warranty on emergencies.
That's good. Any more questions, Gordon?
We'll get back to some. We moved on to emergency, actually, because people are asking about emergency.
Yeah, I would. Well, I'll just give everyone a little bit of context.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an electrician out there on Instagram, Live Sparks. I'm almost alive, Sparks, they should call me. Almost alive, Sparks, Gary. And I took on the challenge. Obviously, I got beat comfortably by let's not even go there, by Miss Lamb. Okay, I got comfortably beat by Heather, but I did do it, and I'll give it a cracking time. Let's see my cracking time when I was smashing it out. Quickwire have partnered with Kosnic with the Morna 2 downlight and the T connector and these twin and earth strippers, but how quick can I fit this downlight? Let's see.
3, 2, 1, go.
Most people would suggest I'm not even a real electrician anymore. Can you beat my time? Welcome to Smugville. Yeah? 10.2 seconds. I've seen people online do it in 16.
Yeah.
Dawdling. Dawdling, I would suggest. Okay, absolutely. I am not even considered in the world now a practicing electrician, and I managed to do it in 10.2 seconds. I think I set the challenge down to the rest of you. If you were to pick up this Kosnic Morna 2 lamp light fitting downlight with a magnetic bezel, and you've got the Quickwire connector on it, wouldn't it be easy to time yourself and see how fast you can install one? Doesn't matter how good the footage is, there was no smart editing in there, that was exactly the amount of time I'd done it. Can you beat old Gary's 10.2 seconds? The challenge is out there, okay? Almost a live electrician.
Yeah. I think we'll have to try it internally first. I mean, there seemed to be a lot of shaking and dithering going on there.
I did. That wasn't, trust me, that wasn't the only attempt I had. I had a few attempts. I kept getting stuck in the 12 and 13 seconds, okay, and I kept shaking a little bit, but when I got going, it was easy. Rick had a few goes, but 15 minutes, I think, quickest time he managed to get it done in there. But bring the camera in, Rick, if you want to just challenge yourself there. I don't think you did it under 60 seconds.
We still haven't finished fitting that light, I don't think. We're still waiting for the cover to go back on it.
All right, okay. Yeah.
That's been mentioned in the comments, yeah.
Well, it's a white cover, no magnetic bezel put on that time. Ken, Rick, yeah, we know where it is. No loose neutrals there, was there? Rick's a bit of a devil for loose neutrals. Now,
it sounds like I know what Rick's going to be doing on Friday.
Yeah,
there's an attempt to get an 8-second one in here.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And no clever editing or speeding up. I know what terrible things we do with speeding up. Emergency light fittings, okay, really big to you, okay. Talk us through the evolution of the emergency light fitting that Kosnic have put out there.
Yeah, we have been emergency modules since 2012. So it's a very long time. It's very early days. So over the time, we have evolved a number of generations, and we're also the first company to use the lithium batteries in emergency modules. So with the latest regulation changes, the lithium battery, we all know that it can be dangerous if you're not carefully managed. So the new regulation starting July this year will require all battery will have a temperature sensor and a cutoff on charging when a battery is reaching a certain temperature.
Ooh, that sounds super technical. Okay, so wholesalers are a bit of a devil for having stuff on the shelf. Are we saying that our electricians should be fully aware from July 25 that if they're installing an emergency light fitting, that it must have this control for the battery involved?
I think as any this kind of safety regulations,
yes.
When they say it's July, that means in July you are not allowed to import onto the market. Does not mean you cannot sell or use the one that's already on the market. Okay. So it's safe to still use the old ones.
Yeah, and it's from July 2025.
With phasing it in.
Phasing this.
Or phasing the old one out.
Yeah, phasing the old ones out, not importing any new lights with the old without any temperature regulation. So.
Is that a change to BS 60598-2-22?
Oh my God!
I can't. -2-22. Yeah, emergency luminaires. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben remembers the numbers.
Well done.
See you in a fortnight.
You like that?
I do. It's been you. Joe was going to jump in, but we let him out there. Let's leave him over there with his microwave sensor. We'll ask him again later on, see if he's absorbed the information.
Yeah.
So you say lithium, I say fire. Okay, so are we suggesting then that our emergency light fitting that's stuck on a ceiling, which is effectively the same as a mobile phone just being permanently charging up, because obviously it's plugged into the mains going, actually your emergency light fittings they've decided could have been a fire risk?
Yes, basically we know that a lot of emergency modules are put inside the luminaire.
Right.
You think about enclosed luminaire, like especially with a high power enclosed luminaire, like this 6-foot or 5-foot twin non-corrosive battens. So the temperature can go up to 70 degrees inside, okay, in the top. So if you come in the summer, if we happen to have very good summer. Then you can be up 30 degrees, for example. We all know that in safety standard, we test everything 25 degrees. So if the environment temperatures go above that, how many? So the inside the temperature will increase accordingly. And there's a chance it will go over the boundary, right? So there is potential a risk in the fire hazard. And we all know that lithium battery is not most stable batteries it is. So that's why the regulation is in place.
Okay, and what have you effectively done to the battery technology to safeguard against this temperature rise?
Since like 2 or 3 years ago, I think 3 years ago, we're starting to put a BMS into our emergency modules.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so we have a battery management system it's an integrated chip that will manage how a battery is charged. So, as you said, it's constantly on a circuit being charged, which is no good for battery. We all know that we can't keep charging the battery. So battery will need to be charged in different current, in different manner, and sometimes need rest.
Okay, so it gets too hot, just stop charging.
Stop charging. The charging current is dynamic. So it's not something we think we put a power onto it, a constant channel. It's a very dynamic process based on the situation, like how full the battery is, things like that.
How many people knew that? Did you know that, Joe? No.
Well, the battery's got hot.
yeah. Do they? I didn't know that either. And you've had that technology in for a while, have you?
Yeah, we have done that for a while, and that's where the confidence we have in emergency module. But that's the first step of the BMS system. And then we this year we also introduced on top of that we have the software control as well. Now within the temperature feedback into our MCU, which is a computer chip on board. Now we are able to dynamically control the charging current based on the temperature that we measured.
It's sounding a lot like the technology in cars and the technology in static batteries at home. It's now in emergency life.
Exactly.
That is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. So people are already on this in the comments. Everyone loves a battery. So it is, obviously, there is different types of lithium, isn't it? Most ones in emergency, like the lithium iron phosphate.
The lithium iron phosphate. It's probably the better battery for higher temperature.
Yeah.
So usually you have another lithium battery, which is a general high-intensity lithium battery that we use in our mobile phone. There's a different kind of lithium battery, which is high-intensity, but they work worse in high temperature and less reliable in high temperature. So FPO4, or say lithium iron phosphate, is the better one if the temperature environment is higher.
Yeah, but it still needs to be managed.
Still. I think lithium phosphate. I'm sorry, I'm going to take a lithium phosphate.
I'm genuinely in. If I'm watching this at home, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, lithium phosphate. They have a problem is that you know how we measure the battery, how much is charged is based on the voltage of battery itself. But lithium phosphate, by the nature of it, the full voltage is not very constant. So from a battery, they can go up and down quite a lot for a lithium phosphate. So how do you judge whether a battery is full or not? Is not actually checking the voltage. So in the BMS systems, is monitor the charging current. So it's a current management, just like in the LED world, we control current, not voltage anymore. But when you play with lithium phosphate, you play with the current, not voltage.
And I'm really sorry we took that one from you, Joe, because I know in the scripted notes you were going to do the full history.
Power Electronics corner over here.
Took my whole spiel.
It's a little bit embarrassing.
Now, if anyone's interested, actually, we have got a video. We've got to finish the edit off. Just reminded me. We actually tried to destroy a battery from a solar energy storage system.
All right.
You ripped out all the controls.
And one thing we did learn when we started taking a bit is the amount of temperature monitoring in those big batteries. There's a lot going on in there. I'll not prejudge what happened in the video, but it's good watch. There was a lot of stupid people there that day, I'll tell you that.
I wasn't.
No. But it was like, wow. It's
all right. Stupid. I'll tell the stupid person.
I'm just saying, obviously it was sensible, consenting adults, and it was the health and safety probably could have done with being a bit better.
Okay. All right. We'll look forward to that one. Okay. Emergency light fittings. Any product improvements, any product changes you've got within your emergency range?
I think this year, once we have, then we make, because of temperature control and also new BMS system, we make, there's MCU in every our emergency module, so we have a little computer chip in every product. Because we have this computer chip inside, so we are able to combine both self-test and a standard emergency into one product. So basically, you just buy one product, and you can decide whether to be self-test or just manual test.
Fish key.
Fish key test.
Keep it as fish key. Fish key's the future. So all in one product.
All in one product.
The wholesalers must love that. They've only got a stock one, does both things.
Exactly. So you can change your mind if you want to. We do have customers don't like they buy self-test to start with. Then they change their mind. They say, I like my fish key, you know.
Well, that's Gary, you see, because Gary probably worked as facilities management at some point in his career and liked to spend Friday afternoon.
I did. I did that in a school. I was part of their facilities team for 9 months.
Right.
Oh yeah, get the clipboard out. Yeah, a little bit of a list. Where am I going to now? 15 minute, 1 hour. Yeah, okay. Then we'd have to always do the full discharge over a weekend. Over a weekend when the building was empty, because obviously if we fully discharged them, there was an issue. Yeah, so that'd be.
Used to come in, knock the key switch off, go and sit in the plant room, was it?
Maybe get myself something delicious to eat. Yeah, and spend 3 hours, and then of course you have to confirm everything came back on and all the rest of it. Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Can I just say that I was emergency light testing when the Olympics was in London in 2012. practically managed to watch the whole thing during emergency lighting. It was great. Those community centres in the Newark and Nottinghamshire area were well frequented by me doing 3-hour emergency light testing.
Right. Okay. So that's why people like the manual test.
Yes.
Really? Yeah.
So give the choice to the people.
And with the remote, could you switch between them with the remote? Is that the plan? Yeah. So that's good. That's an upsell, isn't it? Would you like us to? Do you want to pay a little bit extra for self-test?
That's on the roadmap.
One thing you could add. Now, this is for me on the emergency packs. Those green charging LEDs. A lot of time they're too bright.
Yeah.
Yep. So my top tip to put into the remote would be the ability to dim the charge indicator.
That's very good.
Because there's nothing worse when you're in the Premier Inn.
There's nothing worse. You're dead right. Great statement. There's nothing worse when you're in the Premier Inn. It's moving on.
Premier Inn. Yeah. You've got back from the bar. You've got back from the beefeater next door.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to sleep. You've overindulged on the buffet. Ooh. Yeah. You've had a few too many shandies. Yeah. You try and get to sleep. The green charge light. On the 2D.
That's what the white insulation tape was for. That Rick alluded to in the week. The tape over the.
Now I don't know if that is in BSEN 60598-2-22. The brightness of those charge indicators.
Oh really?
I don't know because obviously as LED technology's got better, those charge indicators have got brighter.
I think, you're quite right, actually, because when we build this emergency module, sometimes the inside fitting, sometimes they come out of fitting. It depends how the diffuser designed. The amount of lights come out is unknown. You don't know until you actually install them.
Yeah.
So given the ability to adjust it, I think it's a brilliant idea.
You can have that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I've got the instructions. Mine's already implemented. Mine's already out there in the wild. People are enjoying my invention.
Yeah.
Crossed out section of the instructions. Yeah. That's me.
But it's
MBE.
No, but it's serious because where I live, there's no street lights.
Yeah.
But the local fire station, they retrofitted it and put emergency lights all the way around the outside.
It's
like the aliens have landed. All you can see at night are there's the green charge indicators inside the glow. It's like, wow.
It is. When it's complete dark, that the green itself is actually can light up the area itself.
Some hotel rooms, you can quite easily go around and it's like a nightlight they're that bright. There you go. Remember that when you're in the Premier Inn.
After me beefeater buffet.
Yeah. It was Bernie Inn back in the day. Gordon was a big fan of Bernie Inns. Big night out with the young ladies.
If you're really unlucky, sometimes they put them. You don't have the beefeater, do you? It'll be next to the not Little Thief. There's hardly any of them out there.
Yeah, no Little Thieves.
Most of them been turned into sort of adult shops or Costa Coffees and stuff.
You drive up the A1.
There's one this side, there's one that. They would have been Little Thieves. Yeah, they're not anymore. Yeah. Adult only 18 plus. Right, moving swiftly on from that one. Let's go with the wiring of light fins. Now, this is something that was fed back to you from Electricians.
Yeah, I think it's more like we do a site support, and some people have issues and things like that. So we go to the site to check whether what is the product is not working. So how it's not working. So we come to the site to realize it, and people, not one instance, number of occasions, we realize that people actually wired unswitched live and switched the other way around.
Okay, so we've got an emergency pack and we just reversed them.
Yeah.
They're probably in singles, they're both brown. They've just made that swap round, yeah?
And things, especially when you go through a sensor, so you have the one come to sensor, then come out of the sensor, suddenly somehow the color might not be matched anymore.
Okay.
And then we come to a side where people say it's only installed for a couple of days and everything turns red in self-test. So I say, well, that's very strange. So went to the site, actually, every time somebody leaves the building, the whole building become emergency on.
Because there's nobody moving around. Was it a PIR or a microwave they were being caught up with?
It had been a microwave.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
So they've wired it wrong?
So wired it wrong. But that is take a lot of effort to find out. You know what I mean? It's like if you only notice it when you leave the building. Right.
Then you won't notice it because you're not in the building.
Yeah. So so only then we find out, okay, how would resolve that issues, because that happens a number of occasions. So when we then doing the software, we have developed an algorithm that patent pending, an algorithm, so that we are able to detect whether the unswitched life and the switched life are swapped around.
Right.
If we identify I will not say it's a mistake, we will say potentially there's something wrong, then we will flash a green and red alternative LED to tell people something to pay attention. There's something probably in your wiring you need to check.
Wow. You say painting, so I always go, I ain't heard of that before. Have you?
Yeah, so I've got...
Have you seen it in the wild?
Someone sent a video this week where there's a visual indication that there's something, the light's identified as something wrong with the wiring.
With a fault?
With a fault. Just let's have a
see
look.
Rick's
Someone
work.
sent this one in here. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression there's something wrong with the wiring.
Scotta or F.
Disco in there.
Yeah, everyone's wearing white gloves, and it's 1992. Okay. Wow, that's not good.
What control system you're using?
Would suggest anyone who'd done that must be the nut job.
There you go.
Okay, the nut job.
Oh,
You can do that in the indicators for the self-test.
Yeah, we're not in that dramatic, but we can try.
Just need to make the brightness brighter in the little LED.
That's it.
And get them flashing it, yeah.
In everyone's defence, they weren't your fittings, and it was a loose neutral. Is that true?
Well, that's what everyone thought in the Facebook group I posted it to.
Right, okay. Was that a Nick Ramo video? Was it the little Nicholas Ramo?
I don't think he wired it.
Well, he wouldn't reach it. He'll love a remote control, wouldn't he? That bloke, wouldn't he? He'd love a remote. He ain't gonna get anywhere above 4'6". Little Nick Ramo. Ain't had little Nick Ramo on for a long time, have we?
Where's the step?
I don't know. Ramos. Well, we didn't need it today. These two strapping lads.
Who's got the Ramo step?
I don't know. It's probably at Rick's. Yeah, Rick's got it. He takes stuff home, doesn't he? Testers are missing. We had to retrieve a load of connector blocks out the back of his van the other day. All sorts of stuff. He's sitting over there laughing. Our overspill stores a white Citroen.
Yes, the stock room.
Yeah. So when we can't find anything, I had to ask him today whether it was in his van. He sheepishly said no. That meant yes. So. Got any questions coming in while I look at this as we go through here?
No, it's good. Lots of people on the batteries. There's people tuned in on batteries actually. So I think that's
it's a hot topic, is it?
Well,
literally.
I think people are aware. No, well,
Not anymore with the temperature sensor.
Bum.
But I'm surprised they didn't put that in from the start actually, because that's
Good progress.
Well, no, it's probably called a fire somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why they've...
Yeah. None of the emergency lighting worked during the fire because they caused it. Yeah, that's a double kick, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So that's really good.
That's good.
Right. Okay.
I like it. I like the remotes, and I do like this PIR actually.
Yeah. No, and I like them downlights
Very
as
tactile.
well.
I like this as well actually. So it's got a.
That's the one you're trying to swab, isn't it?
Yeah, I need a replacement one at home. There's a well-known German one's failed on me.
Do you want to have another look at your lovely outdoor solar light? Shall we have a look at that? I'll jump up with hand cam because it is very. Are you going to bring it over? I'll stand up still because my legs need a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, that's rather nice. Okay, you're using. Oh, your hand did work. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
It's mimicking darkness, Gary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not at the minute, it ain't.
That's good use then.
Well, that's better, isn't it? Let's go for darkness and then just drop it down here. And you
Well,
say you
light
can check?
levels.
So you got light levels. Is that a mystery button or there is a button?
No,
Sorry.
it's four modes of operation.
Okay.
And it can be off.
Can you use a remote control with it, Gordon?
I don't think you can. I think this is not the fixed install range.
Okay. And they are garden lights, are they?
Yes.
Your table, Gary.
Well, no. I mean, we have got a few spare ones, which is going to be good. So, I mean, obviously, we'll be donating them to loyal viewers. I'll watch it every week.
Yeah, but solar to recharge it during the day.
Yeah. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Or
Is
if
that
you-
in the instructions? Works brilliantly in sunlight for charging the battery. Yeah.
Or
Me
if
and Rick are in the dark room
Yeah.
with it.
Or if you live in Lancashire, you can charge it from a USB-C port on the side there.
Yes, you've had a bit
no
of
sun.
Or you've left it indoors all day and you're only putting it on the table at night.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just give it a little charge. It's very nice, very tactile.
Yeah. Do you like that, Joe? You're normally someone who magpies around the
Well, yeah,
place.
he's going to take several of
Yeah,
these.
no, I love that. It'll look smashing on my new patio. That's good. Yeah, I'll be cracking. That would be.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Nice little product. How do I get hold of these?
Oh, well, you need to go through some competition as well.
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, I apologise.
Well, there's some competitions for free.
Yeah, no, but if I don't win the competition because there's like four or five of us work here.
Oh, we go through the whole. Sorry. We sell through electrical wholesalers.
So you pick these up in electrical wholesale?
yes.
Okay, fine. So if that's the sort of thing that floats your boat, beautiful, isn't it? It's a nice little one, like that. It's about the size of your solar panel, isn't it? Because you've got, what size are your watts?
Listen, a 330 watt panels. I've got 4 of them.
What made you get those for at that wattage?
Because they were the only ones that fitted.
What do you
Close.
reckon? Close. Yeah, I think so. Have another effort.
They were free.
Yeah, they were once out here and you made them fit.
They were a nightmare because they were...
What, the free ones?
Because they were...
What about your free battery?
They were quite dirty.
What about your free inverter? Was that a nightmare as well?
They were, yes, they were quite dirty. So, it
had
was...
to clean them then.
Well, yeah, but they've got gaskets on them. Yeah, chill out, Ben. They've got gaskets in them, and these gaskets, they're so easy. They really are easy to fit, but they have to be very clean. And the critical tools are a painter's knife and Windoline. And as long as you've got those, they go up in absolute doddle.
Sounds like your hairdressing kit. Questions, G-Dog. Dear me, caught myself out.
Good for a bedside lamp then, someone put there as well.
Yeah, I suppose so. You go. I broke the
Look
one
at
in
it,
my
look
room.
at it.
Yeah, I know, he's sitting off in his back. It's like, oh, it's down here. These are coming home kids. He'll say his kids want them. Oh, they've seen them on the telly. The kids want them. I'll go around there, they'll be nowhere near his kids. Okay, so, and you say we're going to give some of these away?
Yeah.
How are we doing that? How would you like to give them away?
I don't know. We'll ask Heather.
Okay.
I've no idea.
Paused you. There you go.
Is it okay if maybe in the next live stream to give a nice note back to it, because we're doing it about safety and fire? Okay, is it possible that we can make them part of Jennifer's dating app? I mean, the Call Jenny thing, the burner phone thing, sorry. Yeah, so we can give them a set away there? I think that's a really good idea. We've only got to remember, folks, so please help us remember next time, we're going to give them away on the live stream as part of our race wall time that you lost. Lucky earring and all.
I know.
Any other body piercings?
Yeah, not for live stream though.
Not. So obviously we go navel. So navel to Adam's apple. We got no piercings there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. What about from belly button to toenails?
No.
Okay. Well. Somebody carry on for me, please.
I don't know where to go.
I'm just thinking. I was going to say.
I'm lost for words.
The next one was just going to ask Gordon, he's got any nipple rings. That's what I was just so Ben doesn't feel like he's on his own.
To take them out.
A couple of tank nuts under there, a bit like you have. You got a couple of tank nuts under there.
I've got a couple of scan your wheel nuts, which I tend to smuggle away on a chilly day.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got that lamp.
Yeah, I know. It's going over him, isn't it? He's a thief in the night, he is. Any questions you want to address, Gordon?
No, I think that's good. I think we've mopped up loads there, actually.
I'd just like to say that everyone who's watching this, if you have got access to an apprentice, you're either working with one, alongside one, if you can enter that competition with the link below, it only takes a couple of minutes. And personally, we would like that. There's 3 college lecturers in here, and we're going to be pushing out. Lincoln College are going to be heavily involved. You're going to push that through tomorrow. I've already had Ben Ship in my group chat, sending it out to all his apprentices. We'd like to get involved with that. Your products are fantastic. I believe they make electricians' life easier. Ben, you've been great sport today, considering you've never watched an episode, but you're going to be a future subscriber, which I do like.
I'm already subscribed. I've already liked your videos, and yeah, I'll be tuning in each time.
And if we go over there, the wonderful Heather, who's helped me out no end of times, and every time I ring her, she can answer my questions, whether it's pronunciation. What's this? What?
Oh, hold on, Rick. Hold on, we've got a time there.
Oh, she got a race wall time, has she? Who knew that? Let's come down.
Come on, then, Rick.
Come on, Rick.
Give us the
Come
stats.
down, Rick. You only did it once.
Hold on. Put the Rick cam on.
Rick cam on.
I'll sit down for this. Hang on. Let me pull in the creaky chair. Right. So, bearing in mind, Heather only did this once.
Give us some comparisons then.
Right. So, Ben's first run was 8 minutes and 53.
Oh, yikes.
And his fastest time was 5 minutes and 42, which is 3 minutes and 11 improvement. Now, Heather's first run and only run came in at 8 minutes 26, which was faster than Ben's first run. However, if we use the improvement times even that Ben had, it then makes Heather's time at 5 minutes 15, which is actually faster
Wentao.
than both of you.
I love it. Everyone loves a bit of maths. Fantastic. Fastest on the race wall at Kosnic, Heather Lamb. Fantastic. We've had a great time, Tal. Thank you ever so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I think we all realise that you're a very intelligent man and you managed to get your message across brilliantly.
Thank you.
Ben, you let yourself down terribly and you're £20 If you want to join us next week, in 2 more weeks, we're actually going to get a week off. We've done 3 on the bounce.
We have, yeah, just with timing at the start.
Yeah, absolutely. How we
Next time out, we have got, it'll be fantastic. It's a return visitor, actually. He hasn't done a live before, but he's done a debate where he buried most people in it. He's a man you don't want to meet in real life because it's, yes, it is Dr. Robert Weller, and he investigates electrical fires.
So if you did bump into him, you're likely to be in a dock and he's likely to be on the opposing side.
There's normally an insurance claim behind it, and he'll be investigating your work to see if you caused the fire, and as a result, who's paying the insurance claim. So that's going to be good. We're going to be joining him. We have got someone from one of Britain's only safe isolation providers, someone from Aircool Electrical.
The people that are allowed to pull the main fuse.
The people who are legally allowed to remove seals on meters.
Who knew?
Things like that. So obviously that's a contentious topic.
Good.
And we are trying to get someone from Stay Safe Energy, which is part of Crime Stoppers, where you could get a Community Action Trust cash reward. And obviously, yeah, if you want to dob in your neighbours for energy theft. But anyway, we'll be unpicking that apart next time, so that will be great. I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely, yeah, it should be another great show. As was tonight's show. We rank it when you're gone. I'll rank your show when we're left and how much fun we had. Hopefully you've enjoyed our experience. That was what we said to you when we set out. Hopefully, Ben, you've enjoyed it. Yeah,
That's great.
We're back in 2 weeks, but it does mean you get the end of the show song, which will star the Kosnic brand. See you in 2 weeks. We're having a break.
For 20 years they've led the way, bright ideas lighting up the day. Kosnic's here with something new, a downlight so fast it's almost too good to be true. Certificate and quick as a flash, it's all in second, no need to dash. But hold on tight, cause there's more inside. Occupancy sensors shining bright. Light it up with Kosnic, Quickwire downlights. So iconic, emergency ready, text to stay.